Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the FormPlanet Conference. I hope you could enjoy the morning sessions. Okay, and I would like to welcome to session 3, materials data traceability and process optimization. Okay, in this session we will talk about data. Okay, data coming from this characterization and monitoring techniques, data feeding these new modeling approaches, and how capture and manage quality data in a secure and traceable way becomes crucial when we talk about designing and simulating new materials and parts. Okay. Considering the number of partners dating and the number of experiments and tests performing during the project that you have seen in previous sessions, a wealth of materials information has spun out of this project, including like hot forming processes data, hydrogen enrichment measurements, forming limit diagrams and other kind of parameters for edge cracking prediction, for instance, just to name a few. Our next speaker, Muntasir Hashim, project manager for collaborative research and development within materials business unit for Ansys UK. He really well knows this, right, Muntasir? In the next presentation, named The Role of Materials Intelligent for Digital Transformation in the Metals Forming Industry, Muntasir will help us to understand the importance of material information management for the digital transformation of this sector. He will introduce the database system developed during FormPlanet, which is helping partners and wider industry to achieve this goal. Okay, Muntasir has a PhD in material science from the University of Manchester, and he's responsible for supporting the implementation of best practices for material information management for advanced R&D topics on material and process characterization, engineering design, and simulation within Ansys UK. Muntasir, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Edward. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Muntasir Hashim from Ansys UK Limited. We were formerly known as Granta Design Limited. My team members' names are below, Judith, Carolina, Victor, and Donna. And together we established the Materials Information Management System for the FormPlanet testbed. So I will begin my presentation by first emphasizing why materials information matters. And there is a very nice example we've got, and this is about the Gorilla Glass. So it's actually a project that started in 1960 called Project Muscles. And it was about this glass that was made targeted for aerospace and defense systems. And it was also tried to be implemented on windshields of automotive cars. However, the use case for this was not so well done or not so applicable. And hence, this was just closed in 1990. However, 2007 came Steve Jobs with iPhone, and he saw a very good use for this material, the Gorilla Glass. And by optimizing the glass, the thickness of the glass, Gorilla Glass came into implementation on phones, and now pretty much all the phones in the world use this glass. So this tells that the importance of materials information in not just materials discovery, but also materials rediscovery by using existing information. Going on to why materials information is business critical. It helps to answer questions related to controlling cost. Can I make reliable simulations? Can I have an equivalent grade? Can I lower the cost? It helps to innovate new materials, lightweight, go with reduce environmental footprint, and also mitigating risks. Is it strong enough? Design data, and also establishing, also checking if the product contains restricted substances. So this is the power of a good materials information system. And a survey, just to re-emphasize, a survey by us showed that we use a lot of time just to search for data. And then we also waste a lot of time just by duplicating testing. And also we are not reusing data as much as we should be. So a lot of inefficiencies through just lack of materials intelligence. So what do we do? Basically, Ansys Granta, we get involved in these. So in our role in collaborative R&D is to get involved in these very nice projects. As previously it was mentioned that a lot of test beds. And we establish the importance of fair data management for materials. We encourage collaborative data management between partners, and we help to develop tools and data for screening, selection, and advanced analytics. Then we try to integrate and have digital workflows for modeling and simulation environments, and then also help businesses with developing business models and routes to market. And at the moment, we have open partnerships with different innovation environments, test beds, and marketplaces. As you can see, we are involved in few of these of different types of research themes: composites, metallurgy, coatings, additive manufacturing, and resource efficiency. Just to give an idea of what we are involved in. Going into FormPlanet, Material Information Database. FormPlanet has brought together 17 industry and research partners from across Europe to establish a single entry point for the metals forming industry to address the needs for metals forming processes. As you may have seen from previous presentations, that it has brought together a very rich source of materials, materials information related to groundbreaking experimental and modeling work, hydrogen embrittlement, tensile flow curves, prediction of edge cracking, stepwise modeling to assess stress triaxiality. This is just to name a few, as you may have seen from previous presentations. And this just gives an overview of the partners' work that comes together. Our role, so what did we do? Ansys, what we did was, our role was to bring together this scientific and engineering information in one place and deliver an effective materials information management system and support different initiatives by EMCC and EMMC, CADA, MODA, EMMO, and as such. So we did this by implementing a mature software solution known as the Granta MI Enterprise. We did this by working together with materials and process experts of the project consortium. And in combination with Ansys best practices for curating data sets for materials, process, product data to be used in selection, design, simulation purposes. So together with the partners, we translated novel data, novel characterization data coming from their experimental work into data sets ready for use in digitalized formats and in software that complies with fair data management principles. Fair meaning findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. And again, just to re-emphasize, it's a single entry point, a start of in-house material, establishing an in-house materials information management system. And it's prepared for further dataset consolidation and quality control. We also worked with CADA protocols, which is characterization of data. An experiment or research can have various inputs, an environment, a lot of raw data, a lot of processing work. And what this CADA helps is to simplify this and put them in nice formats to see, to visualize the work in simpler formats. We also emphasized on, as mentioned, full data traceability by fair data management, which is not just capturing data, but also linking it with statistical processing, and also creating records for digitalization, design and simulation purposes. So it has the full linking from test data to statistical data and design simulation data, capturing the end-to-end data flow. To mention our achievements in FormPlanet project, we built a database that is accurate materials information with accurate results. As mentioned, it is a rich resource of data of novel characterization techniques targeted for the metals forming industry. It has nice design material simulation, data that is consistent with a good data structure and traceable data. Forming simulation now made easier with open innovation, with open ecosystem. Several design and simulation data ready for accessible in CAD, CAE, or PLM solutions. It's access control supporting existing enterprise security requirements, secure distribution and sharing of confidential data, and helping partners to independently use MI, building a culture for a wider engineering digital transformation. Just a final point that in January 2022, Ansys launched the Ansys forming solution, which is targeted, Ansys forming simulation solution targeted for the metals forming industry. And this provides an end-to-end workflow for the entire die process in a single platform. With our learning and experience from FormPlanet, we hope we can support. It will be a valuable input to the developments of the Ansys forming solution. That's all I have to say. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you very much, Muntasir, for presenting the database system developed in the project, but also bringing out the big relevance of material information management and fair data management when coming to design and simulating new material parts and processes. When it comes to generate data through the new characterization techniques and methods, ensuring the quality of the data generated in the experiments and tests is crucial also. In this context, the R&d Manager in Applus Mechanical Labs, Alfons Carpio, will present the next presentation, test quality audit remote solutions developed in FormPlanet to ensure, precisely to ensure the quality of the data generated by these advanced characterizations techniques that have been developed during the project. Alfons holds a degree in theoretical physics by the University of Barcelona, and he has been involved in more than 20 years in structural test activities and advanced instrumentation, as well as in the management of R&D projects at Applus laboratories. Alfons, the floor is yours.
Gracias, Eduardo. Hello, everybody. So in this presentation, we're going to explain which are the activities we have performed in a FormPlanet project. First of all, we're going to explain about the methodology. We have research and to provide a methodology to remote audit the test laboratories. We have tested this in a realistic environment inside this project, and then we have some conclusions. First of all, to explain that Applus is an industrial laboratory. We have a footprint worldwide, and because we have these spread capabilities worldwide, we have detected the necessity to perform quality audits on our own laboratories in a more efficient way. Also, it's parallel, that happens the same with the FormPlanet network, that it's not in one specific location. So this kind of remote audits can allow a better follow-up of the quality of the laboratories and detect some elements that should be improved. So a remote audit, what does it mean? It means that we have to find some method to be able to perform a quality audit as it has been done face-to-face, which is the standard way of doing audits. No? For mechanical testing laboratories, most of the laboratories, but also in other kind of testing related to FormPlanet project, ISO 20025 applies. So we have focused our analysis in this quality system, but can be extended to the quality systems. In these quality systems, there are two kinds of documentation that should be assessed. One of them is quality audit, more documentally audit, more quality documents. The other one is a more technical. In order to perform this online or remote audit on quality documentation, we have detected that it would be useful to have a web-based system for requesting to the laboratories and to the information and to review the data obtained from them, and then to analyze this data. In terms of the technical audits, real-time tools to follow up the method during the development of the test method, it's something very important and really necessary. Okay. For this second kind of audits, the technical audits, we have detected, or we have researched two different kinds of real-time follow-up tools. One is more focused on infrastructure. That means something you have to develop, to install in a laboratory as a fixed infrastructure that has the ability to be prepared in any moment to be used. The other one, based in collaborative tools and with enhanced technologies, like, for example, glasses or telephones, it should be also very important. In order to perform the remote audit in the documentation site, we have developed a tool, and we have seen that it's very important to be configurable, because from one quality system to another quality system, there's many things that can change. So it should be able to adapt to each of them. Also, it's important to request the data in the right way, with emails or with templates. Then it's important also the analysis of the data. And due to this, we have inside FormPlanet, we have developed a methodology based on ranking the different questions provided to the laboratory, in order to not to decide if the laboratory fails or pass a quality system, but also to rank the level of development of the quality system of the lab. This methodology we have tested, first of all, at EURECAT in a pre-demo session where we requested some information, and we detected some limitations that happens before the half of the project. And then once we refined this methodology, we have done a second audit demo with our lab in China. It was not accessible, of course, in these pandemic moments. And also in our Illescas laboratory in the center of Spain, which is 800 kilometers from the quality audit system department. As a conclusion, we can say that remote audit methodology has been defined inside the FormPlanet project, has been very useful for us as a partner, but also very useful for FormPlanet network if they want to implement it in the future. And several IT tools has been proved to be useful to support this and conduct the remote quality audit. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Alfons. Now we go for the questions and answers from the audience. So now it's the moment, if you have any questions for one or both of the speakers, Muntasir Hashim from Ansys and Alfons Carpio from Applus. Now it's the moment. I'm checking, and for the moment there's no question. But I was wondering, for after listening the presentation from Alfons, whether I can imagine whether these tools for audit remote audits of laboratories are it's something that is already available, or when this could be available for eventual labs worldwide willing to run remote audits.
The methodology is available. It's right available, and the tools. Some of them are tools that we have reused and adapted for this project, because in the project we didn't develop new tools, but we adapted already existing tools for this specific task, and these tools are also available. So only an assessment and a definition of the quality system that should be audit. It's the only requisite to really implement it in the near future. It's to have a talk with a laboratory or with a network to detect which are the level of quality and the kind of analysis, quality analysis that should be done through this methodology. But the methodology is ready.
Okay, that's great. Great to know that Applus is ready for implementing this kind of remote auditing. Let me check. Just coming some question. Not regarding the. For the moment, we don't have questions from the audience. I mean. But anyway, if any question comes later, you can always leave it, and we'll try to answer them later on. Regarding the first presentation on Muntasir and the materials information management, I was wondering how this the management of data can help on implementing accurate digital twins, for instance. We talked a lot on process and materials data, etc. But it's clear that this have a direct application on this kind of tools, let's say.
Yeah, very good question. I would say yes. Facilitating digital twin applications. So as you've seen that in FormPlanet, when we worked with different partners doing all these innovative and novel testing, so these producing the records for not just testing and for then having records for the statistical processing, and then creating records for creating records for design and simulation purposes, we have basically transformed their data sets, which is in a research format, into a format that is ready to be shipped into other tools, or product development tools, computer-aided engineering tools. So they are basically the data has been transformed, ready to be used in other simulation softwares. So this in itself, that having a ready data set with all the history information, how the testing was done, and everything related to the testing and processing is all there. And that's what is is a direct input to a digital twin application. So you're not just getting a characterized data set, you're also getting the history of the data set with full traceability from where the material came from, the supplier information, the equipment that was used, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just not characterized data, but it's the full materials information. I hope that answers your question, Edward.
Material management has direct application on digital twins and how this helps on all this engineering work on new materials, new parts, new processes. I think it has been quite clear explained in this session. This importance of capturing and managing quality data. So the importance of quality also in a secure and traceable way. It's crucial when designing and simulation new material parts processes. Okay, thank you very much for this answer, Muntasir. Regarding the questions from the audience, there are no questions for the moment. Anyway, yes, as you know, the possibility of making questions is open, and also the materials from the conference will be available. So you always can contact the FormPlanet team later on.